It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I've woken up just with this thought that it's a weird thought. I've woken up with this thought and this feeling as if I've reached a ceiling on my life, living it this way. Meaning I feel like I've actually gone as far as I can go, like this, with these thoughts, with these actions, with these breath patterns, with my beliefs, with my brain, with my skill. I feel like this is as far as I can go. I've reached my potential living life this way in this physical body as this particular human being. There's nowhere else I can go. I can't go any further. This is as good as it gets while I'm like this. And I keep saying while I'm like this because I guess there's potential for change. And the change is what what lifts the ceiling, isn't it? That is kind of a question. Maybe you have the answer. Because I sit and I try to breathe better. And I feel like I can't. I feel like this person, this human, cannot breathe any better than what I breathe. And sometimes I wake up feeling as if I haven't really breathed at all during the night. And then we went out yesterday and my daughter met her dad for the first time, which is pretty amazing. And I couldn't run with them. I didn't run, I just walked. I didn't play at all. I just stood there and watched, or sat and watched. Whereas he, who's 50 and a couple of weeks, was skipping, running, climbing trees, climbed to the top of this rope course thing, was doing pull-ups with her, was hanging off the monkey bars with her, was just doing so much that I physically don't have the ability to do. And that ability, that's two things. I don't have the physical ability, but I also don't have the emotional ability. What I mean by that is, oh, apologies for the yawning. I always yawn in these videos. What I mean by that is that my emotions have hit a ceiling. And that ceiling is complacency. It really is. Complacency. Ordinary. to 9, maybe. I really think complacency is such a good word. There's no enjoyment, there's no fun, there's no bubbliness, there's no happiness, there's no excitement, there's nothing. It's really just ordinary. And it's funny, I just heard in my head, I'm not living my best life, I'm living my most ordinary life. And sometimes I do feel like I'm just completely missing out on life with my daughter because of this complacency. Like I'm missing out on climbing trees with her and running around with her and playing games with her, and I'm missing out because of this ceiling that I've reached. And I'm not only missing out on her, but I'm missing out on a lot of different things in life too. Like, I guess seeing the potential in my dogs. I haven't trained my dogs at all. So that, I mean, they're pretty good, but I haven't trained them. But the potential of what kind of dogs they could be, what they could do, given that they are working dogs, is amazing with training. um, and I do not know where to go from here. I don't know where to go from here. I feel like I've reached my potential, and maybe this is it. Maybe I can't go any further. Maybe all of these amazing people online that are doing incredible things, creating incredible content, living an incredible life, maybe that's for them. Maybe they have something I don't have. Maybe they have some spark, some drive, some belief, some trust, some motivational tool inside their body that I just don't have. Like maybe this is it. This is the best life that I get to live, and it's ordinary. And I don't know how to be better or to be different. I just keep coming back to this spot in time where life is ordinary. I get up, I wake up, I spend some cuddle time with my daughter, which is usually interrupted by very big dogs. Then get up, make her breakfast, make something for me to eat, take the dogs out, let the chickens out, let the geese out, feed the baby guineas. Spend my morning just doing whatever. Usually cleaning, or gardening, or going somewhere. My I don't know, gymnastics, or not even just going to the park or just going to the shops. Coming home, eating, and the rest of the afternoon is usually just watching something, or more cleaning, or just being on the computer doing stuff. And then it's time to feed everybody, and then it's dinner time, and then it's bedtime. And maybe that's the best my life can get. Maybe in that mundaneness, that's as good as it gets. Maybe this is as good as life gets for me. I read, someone commented on a post that they had, and they said that they've just kind of given up on life. And I get it. I don't know if I've given up. Maybe I have. Maybe I have given up. And that's why there's no spark, and that's why there's no potential, and that's why it's just so ordinary. It's because I've given up. Maybe every time I went for something, I just got pushed down. And it was usually, it felt like in some way, or it sounded like in my head, I was pushed down by somebody that I knew. And is whenever I'd have an idea about something, I'd call my mom and I'd tell my mom, and she'd say something negative about it. Which I guess in some way is kind of, I stand up, brush myself off, get ready to go. She pushes me back down again. I stand up, brush myself off, get ready to go. And I have a thought about something that someone would say about what I wanted to do. And I would sit back down again. And I guess after doing that often enough, that scratching sound was me scratching my head. I guess after doing that often enough, I just sat down and went, oh well. And I just didn't get back up again. I'm not exactly sure when it happened. I think it happened. I'm pretty sure it happened. Maybe before my daughter was even born. Maybe that's partially why I had her, because I just kind of gave into the complacency of life. And went, well, this is the natural next step. This is the next step. And she, I think in some ways she's trying to constantly draw out that complacency. She doesn't like it. She doesn't thrive on it. It doesn't work for her having a complacent mum. It doesn't at all. I saw her yesterday with her dad running around, climbing things and just spending time with him. And she was just so happy. She was just so happy playing with him. And then she comes back to me. And life is ordinary again. Every now and then she experiences these sparks of life. And then she comes back to me. And she misses these sparks of life. And she really misses these sparks. I think that's why it's so impactful that she doesn't get to see the friends that she has now that they've moved. Because they're a spark in her life, and it's all she has. And now her dad is a big spark for her, and now he's gone again. And then she's with me, and it's just so complacent. just, and I don't know if it's enough to get me out. I don't know how to get out. I don't know where that spark is. That tiniest little bit of drive. I don't know where that teeny tiny littlest bit of drive is to get me to start doing things that I know would create change. I don't know where that spark is. I don't know how to find it. But I always come back to complacency. And I don't know how to stop coming back to complacency. I don't know. I really don't. I feel like even this video has been a bit complacent. Because I'm lying here. Just feeling the feeling, getting no aha moments, getting no, oh my God, that's it moments. I'm just getting nothing. There's nothing there. Other than a lot of itching. I must have been bitten by a mozzie somewhere. I can hear a mozzie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sitting in a space of I don't know. I've definitely hit a ceiling. There is no more potential left in this human life the way it is. It's not going to get any better than this, the way it is. I guess what I'm hearing, this voice in my head, is saying it's time to start challenging myself. It's time to start challenging that part of who I am. Challenging, I think challenging my physical abilities is the first start, because the limitation I have on my physical abilities does create a lot of this complacency. It's almost as if I've been sitting down for so long, I don't know if I can stand up again. And I guess now I need to challenge myself and go, well, what if I could stand up? Maybe not just stand up, but what if I rolled over onto my hands and knees and came up, pushed myself up onto my knees? What if I did that? What would that look like? And then if I could do that, what if I brought one leg up and put one foot on the ground What would that look like? What would it look like if I asked someone if they could bring me a chair? And what if I pulled myself up onto the chair? What would that look like? And what would that potential be? And then what if I used the chair to pull myself up? What would that look like? Where's that potential? And then what if I stand there and let go of the chair? What does that potential look like? How does that sound? How does that feel? What's that potential? And what if I just kind of wriggled my toes and shuffled my foot forward a bit? What does that look like? Where's the potential in that? And then if I can do that, then what if I lifted my foot and put it back down again? What does that potential look like? And what if I can lift my foot, put it back down again? What if I lift my foot and then move it, project it forward? What does that potential look like? And then what if I lifted my next foot and moved that one forward? What does that potential look like? And then what if I tried to actually take a step with momentum moving forward, and I did 2 feet? What if I move my left foot and my right foot? And then what if I move my left foot? What does that potential look like? And then is that my ceiling? Is that as far as I get? I just take a step, or do I take another step, and then do I try to take another step? And then if I'm taking steps okay and I'm walking okay, what if I try putting a skip in the step? What if I try a hop on one side and maybe a hop on the other side, or try a jump? What does that potential look like? I can feel myself, and I can hear this voice in my head going, what about running? What about running? What happens if you run? And there's this part of me that's going, yeah, I don't run. That noise was one of the cats fighting out in the other room. Yeah, it was, what if I run? And now I feel really uncomfortable, like really uncomfortable inside. It's like, but I don't run. I don't know how to run. I don't like running. I can't run. Couldn't run. No, don't run. Don't run. So I can see that even in the potential of walking, there's a ceiling, there's a limit. I don't run. And then there's the other part of me is going, but what if you could? Just what if you could run? What if running became a natural part of your life? What if you could run? What then? And it's so uncomfortable. It's really, I can feel this feeling of something pushing back, of resistance, going, but I don't run. But what if you did run? What if you ran all the time for a while? then stopped, and then ran again, and then stopped, took a breath, took a moment, and then ran again. Is it that much of a problem to run? Is running punishable by law? And I wonder, what was it in my life that said, this is it. This is as far as I get to go. This is as good as I am. This moment right now is as good as it gets for me. Where did that come from? Where did this become my reality? Who decided that? Oh, did you head? Who decided that this is as good as it gets for me? Clearly somebody did. I don't know if it was me. So I have no idea where to go from here. I have definitely reached a ceiling on my life, living it this way. And I'm not sure I'm okay with that. But I am acutely aware of it.